Welcome to the practical session of 301 course Entrepreneurship Development. In theory, we have discussed about the details about the motivation and achievement motivation. And in practical, in the beginning, I will start with the two theories of achievement motivation. Then we'll switch on to the two exercises you can do. I will send a link of YouTube recorded version, and also I will send the hard copy through your email. And let me share the PPT. Then we'll start the two theories discussion on two theories first. Then we'll move on to the exercises. You have to attend those exercises. The first theory is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. In the first course in sociology and psychology course also you have studied this. It is just a refreshing your memories. The Maslow's, he has categorized needs into different categories. This is called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. He started this cone giving the physiological needs or indicating the physiological needs or survival needs at the bottom of the cone. Then slowly he categorized other needs one by one. So the first set or category of needs are physiological needs. Those are also called as survival needs. For example, food, drink, shelter, sex, warmth, physical comfort. The individual or human being, you will first give utmost importance to these physiological needs which are very much needed for their survival. Then after fulfilling these needs, for example, food, drink and shelter, then afterwards other needs, then he will think of other needs. For example, safety needs. So after meeting these physiological needs as a basic need, he will then think about the safety needs first. For example, job security or safety regulations in an organization or in any industry or enterprises. So everywhere the man think about whenever he will join as an employee or labor in any factory or enterprises, so he will think about his job security. Whether there is any security for his job, how many years. Normally in government job, so there is a fixed age criteria up to 60 years, 62 years like that. In private, it's not so. It's also there, but based on your performance, you'll be allowed to work there. If you don't work properly, if you don't work properly and satisfy the employees or boss, then naturally you will be fired. So there is no job security in private the enterprises. Similarly, safety regulations also is very much important for the employees or workers. And after this, the third category of needs are social needs. After fulfilling these two needs, the human being or individual, he wanted to satisfy these social needs because the very long back Socrates, he mentioned man is a social animal. Then, for example, the social needs includes friendship, love, belongingness, affection, all those things. So they will think about this only after fulfilling these two needs, according to Maslow's. Then next set is esteem needs. Next set is, for example, ego status, respect for others, prestige. Prestige attached to your socio-economic status also, and your job maybe. Some jobs are regarded as more prestigious compared to some other jobs. For example, being a boss, then definitely a prestigious issue. Similarly, in a social setting or in a village level, a gram panchayat, being a gram panchayat or president of Gram Panchayat is definitely prestigious than compared to in the other formats. Similarly, promotional aspects, influence, power, these are all varies with the individuals and the recognition for your achievement, etc. All these are termed as esteem needs. So after this category of esteem needs, the next is the last top of the cone is need for self-actualization. So this is the Maslow emphasizes need for self-actualization is healthy individual's prime motivation. This is also termed as achievement motivation. It explains why people write poetry or plays, book and music, play music, act in the films, dramas, and take up some hobbies, climbing the mountains like Everest Mountain or some other peaks, and take part in charity activities, social activities. All these are coming under need for self-actualization. It is top of all other needs. After satisfying all those needs, then individual is strive for achieving something more, excellence. That is called self-actualization need. So this is proposed by Maslow in his hierarchy of needs. So this is one theory. You can see the overview of the all this Maslow's hierarchy needs, the 5 set of needs in a cone shape. Then implication for of this Maslow hierarchy in an organization or for the management. So this is you can see here manager should see and use the opportunities to motivate employees through management style or job design or company events or compensatory packages. They are time to time they have to give them perceived needs and desire to satisfy them act as a strong for arousing motivation. So these are the implications of what the management could do by considering the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The first, coming to the first set of category is physiological needs. Example already I have given in the previous slide. So food, shelter, hunger. They're providing, for example, what they have to do is providing lunch breaks, rest breaks, wages that are sufficient to purchase essential of life. These are some of the activities the to do for the management as a head of the organization. Then safety needs in any organization or enterprises, the management should provide a safe working environment, retirement benefits, and job security. So these are very essential for any employee or any human being. Then third is social needs. Here, how to provide social needs means create a sense of community via team-based projects and social events. They have to organize social events among in the offices or organization so that these social needs are met. These are essential for the more job satisfaction and job involvement of the employees. And esteem needs are recognizing the achievements to make employees feel appreciated and valued. How to do esteem needs is offer job titles that convey the importance of the position. The different position will be there in the organization or enterprise. So the management have to offer different job titles. And lastly, self-actualization needs or need for achievement motivation. So in this, the implication is provide employees a challenge and the opportunity to reach their full career potential. So as a boss or top of the organization highest position, they have to think about the management or boss should think about. They have to provide a challenge to the employees to get the maximum potential work from the employees. These are some of the implications they have to bear in mind and try to provide time to time to the employees or workforce. So this is about the Maslow's hierarchy needs. Then some of the factors motivating entrepreneurs. So desire to do something new is one of the factors which motivates the entrepreneurs. Then educational background. Education background of the employee. or even managers, supervisors. A business experience in same or related line that will naturally motivate the entrepreneurs to start his own enterprise and excel in his area. These are all called as internal factors. And coming to the external factors, the government assistance and support and availability of raw material and labor. For example, when you are going to launch your own enterprises, as an entrepreneur, you should think about what are the raw materials required and whether they are available within the nearby areas or nearby places, or whether he has to go far off places to procure the raw materials. All this they have to very, very important factor. And even labor force, whether it is available or not in nearby places or the same place. So because enterprise is not a one-man show. So to run an enterprise, so it is he requires a lot of manpower in the form of managers, supervisors, labor force, all those. This is very important factor. And next another factor is encouragement from business houses. So they have to collaborate with other business houses and they have to get motivated from those houses. And if they encourage, definitely it's going to be help for a small enterprise. Next is promising demand for the product and promising demand for the product. There is one of the factors. One should know as an entrepreneur what is the demand for his product in the market, in the nearby areas and also far off places. And lastly, profit margins. What is the profit he is getting? Because ultimately, so he has to pay everything, the running cost and also the salary, everything. Then only you should see that what is remaining is profit. Just like your cost of cultivation. Then after my deducting cost of cultivation, what is the amount he is getting, the farmer getting as a profit? That is the profit margin. So these internal and external factors is also very, very important. So they have to, the knowledge about these factors is must for any entrepreneur. Then the second theory is need achievement theory given by Atkinson and some different McLean 61. In this theory, so need achievement theory or achievement motivation theory is one and the same. It is an interactional view that takes into consideration the personal and situational factors as important predictors of the behavior. Try to remember these two words, personal and situational factors are very important. And this theory consists of 5 components. One is personality or motives, personality factors, your own personality, the different components of personality. And I don't want to go into the details about right now. In previous course, you have learned about the personality development, a separate topic. So then second component is situational factors. Then resultant tendencies. And fourth one, emotional reactions. And lastly, achievement related behavior. These are the 5 components the consider are included in this theory. Now let us discuss more about this theory. Atkinson and McLeland research, they came up with interactionist perspective. That means they believed that motivation was generated through a combination of personality and situational factors. So these 2 factors are very important. So both are required for the entrepreneurship or for higher motivation levels. For example, you can see in this diagram, there are 2 set of approaches. One is TAS, TAS, people with a tendency to approach success. TAS means tendency to approach success. And in other extreme tendency, TAF, TAF means people with the tendency to avoid failure. Everywhere you can find these 2 type of people. And here in one extreme end, high achievement, NH is high achievement motivation. Another end is low achievement motivation. And here high NAF and low NAF. NAF means need to avoid failure. The need for achievement is the need to avoid failure. Low need to avoid failure. So this they have tested in their research. So they indicated that in every challenging situation, everyone will have both a need to achieve, that is NH, and need to avoid failure, NAF. Every individual they have these two tendencies. So whichever feeling is stronger will determine whether the task is accepted or declined. Which need is stronger than that is a resultant in acceptance or declining a task given by his boss or maybe his manager. We can see here task types, tendency to accept. Here, this is character by motivated to succeed. The individual always motivated to succeed and not worried about failures and more competitive and stimulated by situations involving risk always. Risk bearing capacity is more in task type of people. Then they rise to the challenges always and adopt approach behaviors. So this is they have come out with the Atkinson and McLean, these factors. Then whereas tendency to avoid failure, tough types, they worried about the prospect, so they lack a competitive edge. Always they worried about prospect, what will happen if they accept the particular activity or job. Then they motivated to avoid failure always. They are motivated to try to avoid failure. They think a lot of they think twice before accepting any work or taking up any assignment, and avoid risk, exactly opposite. Here they are always stimulated by involving risk situations involving risk. Here they try to avoid risk situation and show avoidance behavior. Try to avoid. If the risk is involved, they will avoid that particular work or particular enterprise. So these are the two types. Similarly, Atkinson and McLean's theory is best at predicting situations where there is a 50-50 chance of success. That means in these situations, the motivation to succeed is strongest in task types, tendency to accept situations. Then they enjoy competing against others' equal ability and being evaluated on the basis of ego or ability goals. Low achievers fear negative evaluation associated with failure, and so 50-50 chance of this causes maximum uncertainty and stress about the performance. So these are the findings of their research, and you can see the example here. For example, this game, tough types of, they would either select a very easy shot to ensure success. See, the example is here is the basketball. Tough people, they either select a very easy shot to ensure success or take a near impossible shot to protect self-esteem. Both are possible. This is called heroic failure syndrome. Whereas tasks accept situations, here is tough is tendency to avoid failure. So this type of people, they would select a 50-50 shot to provide themselves with a challenge, which would provide high incentive if achieved. So they will take 50-50 chance whether they are going to succeed or not. They will take a challenge to complete this task of scoring a basket. So this is given by the Atkinson and McLean theory. With these two theories, I will move on to the exercises. I will come to that. I will share a new screen here. So in the practical manual, will provide you, or right now I will be sending this hard copy, a soft copy in your email or WhatsApp group. Here what the exercise is, Achievement and motivation is desire to excel in the given task or assignment that what we discussed in the theory class. So early the Mackland, he in early 60s and his associates revealed the study the following facts. People can acquire a motive and develop through education, training. These are the capacity building methods or tools. A newly aroused motives are more likely to influence future thought and action. It is because of these facts, entrepreneurship development program contains exercises on achievement motivation. So here a simple exercise, but this includes some of the statements in the form of questions. So you have to answer based on your past. This example, the first question is, who am I? That means in your past, have you ever felt that whatever work you have undertook, you did it well and systematically? That you have to think based on your memory. Then you have to record the answer here, the space provided, or you can take extra sheet. No. So moving on to second question. In your past, have you ever felt that whatever work you have undertook, you did it unwell and unsystematically? Try to remember, you go to your past and try to remember you have done so many assignments, so many work in past, in your high school days, maybe in your college days, and even in coming after coming to this campus. That you have to write down here, space provided. And third one is, what are your strengths or strong points? That is you have to write. You have to think about your own strong points or your own strength. You may be very good in communication skills. That is your strength. Likewise, you have to think what are the aspects in the perspective of the enterprising, starting an enterprise, or maybe based on your past incident or situation. And fourth one is, what are your weaknesses? Every individual having a strength and weakness. Every individual, including me and all your friends. Yourself. So you have to honestly you have to answer this. Then fifth one is, what is your main goal of life? Different individuals have different goals. You just mention one, two, three like that. Sixth one is, how can use your strength? How can use your strength, or how your strength can be used to achieve your goal? You have mentioned your goals here in the fifth question, strength in fourth question. So to achieve these goals, what are the strengths you are using, your own strength? That you have to write here. And lastly, how do you overcome your weakness? You have a weakness. How do you overcome? So you think about this and write in the space provided. Then after writing this, once we have this information about seven questions, then we'll analyze this. After analysis, you will come to know about your some facts about your achievement motivation. So this is one simple test. It is in your manual. So this is one test, and we'll go to another simple test which consists of different statements. So nowadays, when you browse an internet, you will have a many different types of online self-made questionnaire or online self-test test. So here, this is one test I have chosen for you. So this consists of the title is testing your entrepreneurial motivation. Consists of series of statements with your just like your multiple choice questions only with four alternatives. You have to choose one best suited alternative according to your behavior. What suits you, your behavior. So just I'll explain a little bit, and you can go through leisurely, and you have to mention. Then we'll analyze in another class. There is a set of procedure to give the scores after knowing your responses. Everybody cannot be trained to become an entrepreneur. So persons having a minimum level of latent qualities can be more successfully groomed as entrepreneurs. It becomes therefore necessary to judge the latent potential of would-be entrepreneurs. Given below is a quiz to test entrepreneurial motivation. So you can test your likelihood of becoming a successful entrepreneur by taking the answer that is true indicator of your personality. Then check your responses with the scores, the rating given here. So first, you have to give your responses, honest responses, based on your own personality. For example, I try to take charge of matters when I am with people. So you read once or twice, then think about your personality, what you are doing. Then any one of the alternatives you have to choose, which best suits your personality. A is always, usually, C is sometimes, D never, anyone. Likewise, the second quiz is, I press myself to meet deadlines. It may be true, always we may be doing that, or never, anything. But try to be honest and give the responses to all these 25. I think there are 24 questions, quizzes, the statements. For each statement, you give a response. Then next class, I'll give the key answers, and then you know your scores. Then you know your entrepreneur motivation level. So this is about today's practical. Uh, Honestly, you have to attend these assignments. Then only you know your level, where you are, and how to improve your motivation level. So I'll stop here. And if you have any questions, also you can feedback in your WhatsApp group. And I will send this whole practical session. I will send the link, the YouTube link. You go through this practical in YouTube, you are leisurely. Then I will send this soft copy of this test, two test. Then you have to attend and be ready with the answers. Okay. So I'll stop the sharing and I'll send the link in 1 or 2 days. Till then, goodbye.